who needs to hear this right now, but if you're feeling anxious about money, about retirement, about your future, you're not alone. I'm 58, and not long ago, my husband and I sat down, looked at our finances, and just stared at each other. Everything felt like it was slipping out of our hands. Savings down, expenses up, and our dreams on pause. We weren't failing. We were doing everything that we could, but it just wasn't enough. If you have felt that way too, that quiet panic that comes from trying so hard, yet still falling behind, I want to share our story because maybe it'll make you feel a little less alone. It wasn't one big event that broke us. It was everything all at once. Grocery trips that used to cost $100 now cost $170. Gas tanks used to fill for $40. Now it's $75, sometimes even more. Electric bills through the roof, even though we've been cutting back. And savings that we have spent years building, we were dipping into them just to cover everyday life. One night we were sitting and reviewing our bank statements. I looked up at him and I said, "We're not spending money on luxuries. So why does it feel like we're so broke?" And my husband just looked at me and said, "Because everything costs more and we earn the same." That was the moment it hit us. Not emotionally, but logically. We weren't living beyond our means. Our means just couldn't keep up. What we lost wasn't just money. It was peace of mind. The ability to exhale. The ability to plan a vacation. To treat ourselves without guilt. The constant worry shows up in tiny moments. Skipping out on going out to dinner even though it's been a rough week. Postponing medical appointments because of the cost of copays. Saying maybe next year about the trip we've been dreaming about our whole lives. We didn't talk about it at first because it felt like everybody else was fine. But the more we opened up, the more we realized. So many of us are quietly struggling, especially people in their 50s and 60s. People who did the work, who made the sacrifices and followed the rules. And yet here we are, worried, tired, and wondering, are we ever going to feel secure again? There are a few things we learned through this season. Lessons we wish we had known sooner, and maybe they'll help you too. Number one, it's not your fault. The economy has changed. Prices are up and wages are stagnant. Healthcare costs are wild. If you're feeling like you're falling behind, it's not because you failed. It's because you're operating in a system that doesn't work like it used to. Number two, guilt doesn't solve anything. We spent a lot of time blaming ourselves. We should have saved more. We should have invested differently. But that thinking just keeps us stuck. You can't go back. All you can do is move forward wisely. And number three, you don't need to make a massive change, just a smart one. We thought we needed a big break, a huge win, but really, the change started with small choices, a shift in our mindset, a little extra income, and a few better decisions stacked together. We had to redefine what security actually meant to us. It's not about having millions in the bank. It's not about buying the perfect dream house or perfect retirement plan. It's about feeling like we're moving forward. It's about not being afraid of the future anymore. It's about waking up and not dreading paying our bills. Security now looks like a little cushion in the bank. Income that doesn't require us to trade time for dollars. And the freedom to say yes to life again, even in small ways. We started looking at what we could control. We can't control the price of gas, but we could control finding new ways to earn without burning ourselves out. We couldn't magically rebuild our savings overnight, but we could stop the slow leak by being more intentional. And that made all the difference. If you're still watching this, chances are it hit home. So let me tell you what I wish someone had told us sooner. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just navigating a world that changed faster than anyone predicted. And if all you can do today is acknowledge that, without guilt, without shame, that is a huge win. It's okay to feel afraid. It's okay to feel tired, but don't lose hope. You've been through too much and worked too hard to give up now. There are ways for you to move forward. There are ways for you to rebuild. And there is a future where you don't have to stress over every single dollar. Start small. Learn what works for you. And don't be afraid of trying something different, because you're not too old and it's not too late. And this is not the end of your story. If this resonated with you, I hope you'll stick around. I'm not here with all the answers, but I am here to have honest conversations, to share with you what's helped us, to create a space where people like us can come together and be honest, a safe place. You are not alone and you're not the only one worried about your future, but there is still time and there is still hope. And together we can write a better chapter. Please grab my link below and drop a good email address in and let me send you all this information. And let's continue this conversation. Thanks for listening.